Hi, for this week's weekly whiteboard, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to teach you how to accept credit card orders online using number one, PayPal, and number two, this free form builder called JotForm. So you can simply Google it. So it's JotForm, and just select the first thing that you see in google.com, and you will see this landing page. Now, if we jump to the pricing section, you will see that they have a starter plan, which is absolutely for free. So if you're just trying to figure out how you can accept orders online now that we're back in MACQ, I think this is a great way to start. So you'll see that there's a starter plan here, which is for free. However, there is a cap, and that cap is you can only receive up to 10 payments per month. But that said, once you hit 10 payments per month, I think that will enable you and encourage you to start selling more using that online form, and then you can upgrade accordingly to the bronze, silver, and gold plan. Okay, so this is what this form allows you to do, to accept payments using PayPal. Now let's get right into it and how you can actually do it. So I'll switch the window, and you can see here that I have a blank account. And this blank account is also a starter plan, right? So this is the free plan, which I've mentioned earlier. The first thing that you want to do is that you want to click on create form. You want to, just for this video's purposes, we're just going to start from scratch just so we can get to the meat of what you want to know, which is capture payments online. So let's click on start from scratch. Let's click on classic form. And what it's going to do is that it's going to create that blank template for you. Now, once you get to this area, there's two things that you want to add into this form. The first thing that you want to add is the product, right? So you'll want to add your product or your list of products. That is the first thing that you want to do. And the second thing that you want to do is the ability to accept payments online. So let's do the first step right now, which is to add a product. So click on the hovering icon here, which is add form element, and then you want to grab the product list and then drag it down to the form area. And once you do that, you will see this rectangle area bubble up, and you will see that you'll be able to add multiple products. So let's click on the gear icon first. Sorry, not the gear icon, but rather the pen icon. And let's say I'm a Thai restaurant and I'm selling pad Thai. So let's put that. You will see that it shows USD here. Now, this is not a limitation. You can actually change this at a later stage, and I'm going to show how you can do that later on. But for now, what you want to do is that you want to put the peso value of this pad Thai, which is 299. Again, it shows USD, but I'll teach you later on how to switch it to Philippine peso. Okay, so we've entered the name, we've entered the price. You want to enter the description as well, image, and any other basic information. And there's also an inventory value here. Not inventory value, but rather you can set the maximum products that a person can order at a time. So right now it shows 10. Okay, so I think that sounds reasonable. So let's click on save product. And now you have it there. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to click on settings. Okay, and this is the area where you can modify the currency. So right now it says United States dollars. I want to search for Philippine peso, and it's now going to show 299 pesos. You can also play around with the format where you can use single column, 2 columns, 3 columns, etc. Okay, so now that I am happy with that, the next thing that you want to do is that you want to add a payment integrator or a payment integration. So we did step 1, right, which is we added a product. Step number 2 is to add the payment integration. And let's say you want to use PayPal Personal. Click on Use Selection. And it is as simple as adding your email here, which is in my case, kfrcostales@gmail.com. And yeah, you don't want to bother with these other settings here. Click on Continue and click on X. And that's pretty much it actually on a very basic level. Because those are the two things that you want, right? One is you want to build, or you want to add the product to your form. And the second part that you want as well is to add a payment option. So click on Publish, and then you can click on Copy Link. And let's say we want to order from our own form. Sorry, not here. Let's create a new tab instead. And let's say I want to buy this and I want 2 of this. Okay, so it's now 598 pesos. Click submit. And what it's going to do next is going to redirect me to PayPal. It shows the value. And if I add my email and password, then I'll be able to pay from there. Now, this is going to show an error primarily because the seller and the buyer is the same email, right? So you're not allowed to do that. But that's pretty much it. So just like that, you're now able to accept payments online using this form. Now note that when I mentioned the payment limitations earlier, so let's jump back to the pricing table. That only applies to whether or not people use the PayPal option to pay, right? So if they opt to do a different payment method instead, like GCash or something, that doesn't get counted in the allocated monthly submission. So let's say, for example, all of your orders, let's say 11 orders bought via, or they want to pay via GCash, then you won't be held accountable to this 10 payments limit, right? So if there's like 11 form submissions and all 11 of those form submissions are GCash, it doesn't mean that it will force you to upgrade. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know, really. Hopefully this helps, in these weird times. And as usual, if you want to get more content like this, super practical content, feel free to follow the page. Thank you.